and every one of us, even down to the ones that we overlook. And Father, I ask blessing on this effort with these ladies, these mighty warriors of God, that they're going into our community.
It's a motivational Monday.
Let's get it going.
But we will spend time together.
We will spend time together. So, and this is my go-to, is I always like to cook for Sarah.
Yeah.
And that's when I work out the fancy silverware.
That's right.
No, we steak and seafood, something like that. But we do, for our 20th anniversary, we like to go to the High Point.
Yeah.
And so that's where we went, because it was during the week and it was just very convenient to go over there. But we might just have to get us a room here at the Southern Blue.
We might just do that.
The MyUsage app is a way to conveniently pay online, anytime, day or night. You can also come by any Caney Fork Electric office and sign up for the prepay option available using the MyUsage app. Know exactly how much electricity is used each day and the cost. Best of all, no monthly bill. You can set up email or text alerts, keep track of your usage, and pay your bill, all with the MyUsage app from Caney Fork. Caney Fork Electric, keeping you informed.
Security Federal Savings Bank is always pleased to provide virtually every banking service you could ever need. But more than that, we are proud to offer a relationship with you, your family, or your company. We've been here supplying just what you need and building a trust, a relationship. And that's something hard to find these days. Our bankers are here for you, here to help. If you are interested in a relationship, come to the friendliest bank in town, Security Federal Savings Bank, member FDIC. From the small towns in our community to the big hearts in our own back door. This is their stories. This is a part of their life shared with you.
Thank you for tuning in to this edition of Community Insider. I'm your host, Tisha Emberton, and we're on the top of Southern Blue's rooftop. We're going to be talking with Brian and Sarah Carr of McMinnville, Tennessee. They're going to be talking about their 20 years of marriage. They just celebrated their anniversary. And on this Valentine's edition of Community Insider, they're going to talk about their shared experiences with having twins and what brought them together.
Hi, I'm Brian Carr, and this is my beautiful wife, Sarah. We've been married for about a little more than 20 years now, and it's been a blessing. She's been one of the greatest joys of my life.
We met on a hot day in June. My friends and I had decided to go to a Chili's, and there he was.
June 16th to be exact. I remember
1999.
I was in Nashville, Tennessee, and just got back to Jackson, where Sarah was going to school at Union University, and I'd been going to school at Freed Hardeman. We were out for the summertime, and I saw this beautiful young lady, and what I didn't know is that everybody at the table, my buddies included, knew who she was, but I didn't know. I was the only one who didn't know who she was. And there have been all these amazing tales about Sarah all around Jackson, Tennessee. And I finally found out who she was, but that was a few days later.
We really didn't start out as friends or anything like that. We became boyfriend and girlfriend pretty much instantly. I decided that I liked him, and so I went to his house one evening and got him.
at that point, I'd sworn off all women, and then I met her on this this Wednesday night. It was just wonderful. I was smitten by her because I was like, why is no one hitting on this hot little brunette?
Scared.
And so, yes, they were scared. They'd heard the stories. But no, I think one of the best things about our relationship is that we're able to laugh. There's a lot of laughter in our household. We've been blessed to have two beautiful children. They're twins, and they're 13 years old right now. And they have been just the prize of our marriage. They're wonderful little girls and growing into women, so I'm definitely outnumbered in the household. But Sarah's the right person for the job. She knows how to handle all the things that girls need in having a mother, and she's just been very maternal. And the things that she hasn't been, that's where I come in.
That's where you come in. And I'd say there are things in the trajectory of your life that kind of split your life in two. And when we found out on Valentine's Day of 2012 that we were expecting twins, that is an event that definitely split our marriage into a before and an after. We have before the twins and after the twins. And I, for once, when I heard that there were two children happening, couldn't speak.
Yeah, what was crazy is that Sarah picked me up from our apartment. She was going to national school law at night and teaching by day. She stayed really busy, but she was in the last semester, and we prayed about it and talked about having children. We thought, a baby will be 9 months down the road. The bar exam 7 months down the road, and man, we got pregnant pretty quick. And what's funny about that Valentine's Day is Sarah picked me up, but right before she picked me up, I'd stopped a robbery. I called in about a robbery, and the police came and shut her school down right after she left. There was all this stuff going on, but we didn't care because we found out that we were having twins. And at the time, we didn't know what sex they were going to be, but still, it was exciting to know that we were having twins. And we found that out on Valentine's Day.
So as we continued, of course, the twins came the day of the bar exam, really. So I didn't take it that year. And I guess another thing that kind of splits your life in two, on down the road, the girls were 6 months old, and they got sick for the first time. They did very well. I didn't get sick because I never do, but
that's the teacher in her.
Brian got really, really sick, and so I had to take him to the emergency room, and they recommended getting all of the blood tests done. And shortly afterwards, we found out that he had a rare type of cancer. He did very well, got the treatment. He's here today, but that's another big event, I guess, that made our marriage stronger.
Yeah. And in having the cancer, we had all these things that came behind it, not knowing if I was going to be able to work again, not knowing if I was going to, survive it or if it was going to come back. And so we decided to sell our house in Mount Juliet that we just built for our twins and move here to McMinnville. And we moved in with my mother. She has a beautiful house out in Dibble on a beautiful farm. And I decided to go get my pre-med requirements and enrolled into Tennessee Tech and started working on getting on my pre-med. And we have just loved living in McMinnville ever since. We always dreamed of coming to McMinnville, and I'd always tell Sarah about McMinnville whenever we
I did not dream
dating.
of coming to McMinnville, but it has been one of the greatest blessings, and we love living in this town. We love being involved in our community. We love working here. It has been wonderful for us, and it's been wonderful for our whole family.
Yes, my parents are from McMinnville, but I was born in West Tennessee when they went off to college. And so this is where all my cousins were from. This is where we'd come for every holiday. And so I just loved being in McMinnville. My grandparents and great-grandparents were alive at the time. And then I had all my cousins here. So we always enjoyed coming here because this is one of the most beautiful places on earth, especially being here at the Southern Blue. You may not be able to see it behind us, but there's a backdrop of the Cumberland Plateau, and it is so beautiful. The rim is so beautiful here, and you don't have that kind of stuff in West Tennessee. It's pretty flat.
Yeah, it's pretty boring. McMinnville's landscape is not boring, and its people are not boring either. We have loved every minute of it, and we've really enjoyed. We moved at the exact right time to be here in McMinnville. I guess we moved in 2015 or so, and in 2016 or 2017, Warren Arts started, and we have enjoyed, our whole family has enjoyed being involved on the theater scene in McMinnville, Tennessee. Who knew that McMinnville would have a theater scene? I certainly did not when I moved here, but we've enjoyed being part of that for almost a decade now.
Yeah, I finished up my pre-med stuff around the end of 2019, going into 2020, and that's when COVID hit. So I had to sit out a year and wait for, in order to take my medical MCAT exam, and we could have gone a few places. I wasn't the best student. She's the good student, and but on top of everything, we wound up deciding to stay here. I decided to forego the medical school dream because I love living here in McMinnville so much. Our children are well acclimated to their schools. We loved them going to Bobby Ray Elementary. We loved Sarah teaching at the middle school, and I've enjoyed working at River Park Hospital here in town. And then on top of all the other things between Warren Arts and the many different clubs that we're affiliated with, it's just been such a slice of heaven to live here in Warren County.
And really, I'm the final decision maker in a lot of things that we do, and I'm the one who said, look, if you go and you do this thing that you want to do, you're going to miss it. You're going to miss your children.
And that's the thing. My wife is beautiful. She's smart. She can get things done. She's incredible about getting things done, but she is one of the best decision makers I ever met. And so that's a gift in my crown to have such a wonderful wife, because she is my Proverbs 31 woman.
Sometimes. Sometimes I'm the other one. But we won't talk about that.
No, she's wonderful, and we've been able to be a part of some really good churches and have so many wonderful Christian friends that have built us up in our relationship, and we hope that we've been a blessing to them as well.
And I do think that's the key to a great marriage is Jesus. Then we talk every day, we laugh every day, and I think if you've got those things in your life, you can make it 20 years, 40 years, 50 years.
Well, we're passionate about life just in general. There are things that she's passionate about. There's things that I'm passionate about. And yeah, sometimes we fight it out. And it's because we're passionate about our
things.
We
definitely don't always agree.
Well, no, and it took me a long time to understand that she's not supposed to be like me. And one of the funny things about it, I told the story about the sponge. I'll say it. I am the cook of the house. I love to cook, and Sarah, she's not as acclimated to going into the kitchen as I am. She can do it, don't get me wrong. She can do anything, but that's just not her passion. But I loved it. Again, I was working at Chili's when we met, so I loved everything about the restaurant business, and so I still love to cook. But she's a coffee drinker, and when you pour coffee into the sink, sometimes it gets on the sponge, and a lot of times the dish sponge would be left in the sink, and I would tell her over, hey Sarah, do you mind keeping the sponge out of the sink? Please keep the sponge out of the sink. And this is the thing that I had to realize. She's going to do what she's going to do. I can't change her, and she can't change me. We're not going to change, and that's okay. So when you realize and come up with another solution, so I put a little sign, a little place for the sponge to go. Problem solved. Crisis averted. Wow. But no, it's just little things like that. That was one of the things that I really had to grow up.
I tore up the sign.
Did you tear up the sign? Oh my gosh.
I wasn't going to put that in there. But no, the thing is that she's not a mind reader. She's not my mama. She's her own individual person. And it took me some time to realize that. But she's kept me around, so I guess my cooking's pretty good.
Tell us about your children. How old are they now?
They're 13.
13
in the 8th grade.
And are they also involved in the arts just like their parents?
They're involved in theater. They're both in the band at the middle school. So yes, they are.
They do Beta Club.
Yes.
They're in Girl Scouts. They do a lot of stuff with our churches here in town.
Yes, they do.
And if mommy and daddy have something that we have to be a part of, they're generally a part with us.
Yes.
So sometimes they're Santa's elves.
Yes.
And sometimes they're mommy's bag carriers and fuel bag packers and all kinds of stuff, but they're wonderful. We have Elizabeth Ann and Donna Catherine, and Elizabeth is a lefty and Catherine is a righty. And they're always concerned with what's going on with each other, but they're two totally different people. And it's amazing to see how they've grown. And sometimes I look at them and go, oh, one's more like Sarah and one's more like me. And then as soon as I say that, they'll flip it and it'll be the other way around. So they're very well rounded, and we've just enjoyed God giving us the opportunity to be their parents and to be able to live in such a wonderful community where we can have community, where we have neighbors that are involved in our life and keep up with our kids and us with their kids, because it does take a community to raise well-rounded children. And we've met so many wonderful young people here in this town, and then get to meet their parents and then become friends with their parents through our children.
I've enjoyed about living here is that I really feel like the community is invested in each other's children, and I don't know that you would have that everywhere. So we've really enjoyed the benefits of that, and our children have as well.
Wonderful. And is there any advice that you would give to your children about maybe when they start dating? Do you have rules?
Not yet.
Well, our biggest thing is if you keep God first, everything else falls into place. And it took me a while to invite Jesus into our marriage, because a lot of times we take him for granted. But being able to pray with my wife publicly or just in the privacy of our own home, that's pretty important. You got to be able to have that kind of intimacy. If you can't pray with your spouse, you're not intimate. And that's one of the things that we've really tried to encourage our children to see in us, and just have family. When we go to church, a lot of times we go to a World Outreach Church, and that's our family date with Jesus. We get to go and worship Jesus together, and we're very blessed to be able to be together as a family and have Jesus in our life together as a family.
Have y'all been on any family trips here lately?
We go a lot of places. Sarah's only sibling, her sister, lives in Canada, so we generally go to Quebec every summer. Sometimes other times a year, and that generally is a longer trip. So we generally go to Washington D.C. We went to Florida a couple times last year, and we had our first Universal Studios experience, and that was really fun. Our girls are big Harry Potter fans, and they grew up reading the books, and they've since moved on to other things, but they still have that joy and that love for Harry Potter. So Universal Studios has become our new thing, I guess. Yeah. And they're at that age where scary movies don't scare them like they did when they were children. So they're into well, one of them's into getting scared, the other one not so much.
Not as much. Yeah, that's true.
So y'all have been together for 20 years.
Oh, yeah.
What does that feel like for you guys?
It's new every morning. I mean, I still chase my wife around the house if I can. I'm blessed. She's beautiful, and there's always something. There's always a season, something that we're into.
Yeah. There's always something to look forward to. Well, he says it's new every morning. I think it's been forever. But then at the same time, it seems like it hasn't been that long at all. So
I guess maybe the first few years we didn't have children. We dated several years before we got married. And if I look back and could tell myself, hey, you need to start sooner, I would, because being married to Sarah and then having our children, and Sarah comes first. Even when our children were little and say something ugly to their mom, hey, she's my wife first. And so we don't want our children. We love our children to death, but there is a pecking order, and it's God, and then our marriage, and then our children.
Is there anything that y'all would like to say in closing? What is it like to be married to the one and only Miss Sarah? And Sarah, what is it like to be married to the one and only Mr. Brian?
You go first.
Oh, well, look, I chased after this girl all over the state of Tennessee. One of the things, when we met in Jackson shortly after, I moved back to Memphis, and then she wound up getting a job in public relations for the Opryland Hotel, and so she was off to Nashville. So I was burning up Interstate 40 all the time to go see this girl. And then things happened where I wound up in Murfreesboro, she wound up back in Jackson, and then I wound up in Memphis. I chased all over, and I still feel like I chase after her because she's always got something going, from book club to dissertation work to everything that she's involved in. She is always doing something, and that's one of the things that I love about her, is that she's not just vanilla. She's not boring. She can be any flavor she needs to be, and she's an accomplished actress on top of everything. So, and she's beautiful, and so that's what I love about my wife. That she's a great decision maker, a great mother, a Proverbs 31 woman, and that she still has time to keep it interesting.
And I would say what I love most about Brian, and I've always loved, is the way that really, because we lived not always in the same town, we talked a lot every day. And that conversation has really been the centerpiece of our marriage as we have continued on for so long.
So long. It's
Only 20 years.
Only 20 years.
As we've continued, and I think that's a very important piece, it should be, of any marriage, is that you can talk to each other and that you can laugh together. And yeah, we disagree frequently, and I mean, just, agree to disagree, and if it gets to a quarrelsome point, don't go to bed angry.
No. Oh, yeah, that was another thing. Yeah.
Don't go to bed mad at each other. Just, he may never see my side, and I may never see his side, but we have to come to the knowledge that that's okay.
And make time for each other. I mean, I still date my wife. I love to date my wife. It's just hard when we have kids a lot, and we don't like to burden anybody else, but they're getting older. And last night, case in point, we dropped them off with at the Zaxby's while we went off and had our own little dinner.
That's right. You've got to take those moments when you can, when you're busy.
I'm sure the kids don't mind either. They get their own time. So how are y'all going to be spending this Valentine's Day?
Well, our children are going with the Westwood Church Christ group to what's called Winterfest, and it is a faith weekend that they're going to be having. And so I would like for us to go, but we've got so many things going on. And
we don't know. We don't know how we're going to spend our Valentine's Day.
But we're going to spend it together. That's the thing. Because if our kids go off without us, we're still going to have, and we might go up there too. We haven't ruled it out just yet. But what did we do last Valentine's Day? Mm-hmm. We did.
The only Valentine's Day I remember is when I found out that we were having twins.
Yeah, Valentine's Day. Sarah's not a hopeless romantic like that, so that's not her thing. But I always try to cook, because I'll tell you, one year we went for Valentine's Day. You remember when we went to?
Yes.
We were given these tickets to go on the General Jackson riverboat ride, and we couldn't.
But we didn't
get in
make
there. Valentine's Day fell on a Saturday, and the National Wild Turkey Federation was at the Opryland Hotel, and because Opry Mills, it was a Saturday, you couldn't even get into the parking lot to get to the riverboat, so we had to call them and ask them if we could get tickets for another time. But we still got to be together, and
we did get tickets. The answer is we'll probably not go anywhere, but we will spend time together.
We will spend time together. So, and this is my go-to, is I always like to cook for Sarah.
Yeah.
And that's when I work out the fancy silverware.
That's right.
No, we steak and seafood, something like that. But for our 20th anniversary, we like to go to the High Point.
Yeah.
And so that's where we went, because it was during the week, and it was just very convenient to go over there. But we might just have to get us a room here at the Southern Blue.
We might just do that.
Southern Blue. Can you tell me more about Southern Blue and your experiences here? Also at Barron Fort Groves. Can you tell me more about that experience?
Oh, yeah. So I've seen this place actually back in when I was doing my schoolwork for Tennessee Tech when I was getting all my pre-medical requisites in. I was looking at this building, and one of the projects we had to do is find something in your town and see what you could do to make it better. So I was evaluating real estate spots, and this spot has the best view of the rim back behind us here, and the rooftop is just gorgeous. And but this was an old rundown building at the time, an old school, the blue building, and I thought, man, this is probably out of the three buildings. I looked at the Fraley's building and I looked at the building over back behind Central, and this building just seemed like it had it. And sure enough, some investors came in. They were able to take it off the city's books, which really helped out the city a lot. And they have turned it into this really swanky, sleek Airbnb slash set of row houses. This is so beautiful in here. And so we wanted to see the finished product. So I came around the middle of November and got in touch with the property manager,
Yes.
and he said, yeah, let me come show you guys around. And so we took my mom out to dinner for the Barren Forks Brews, and I'd never been in there before, and the menu was just
It was delicious.
It was one of these like Southern fusion
I've
type
had two or
things.
three things, and everything's been great.
And so it was a great atmosphere. Hayden, the property manager, he took us up here and showed us the rooms, and we were like, wow. I mean, this is something fancy, like out of Nashville or someplace very metropolitan. And we got the idea for Thanksgiving, which was right around the corner. Let's rent it out for our Sarah's parents coming in from Jackson.
They loved it.
Oh, they had a great time. They really enjoyed the privacy that they had here, but still at the same time had everything that they needed. And so this is like the best kept secret here. So if you're looking for a little staycay or a getaway but not go very far, Southern Blue, it'll do it for you. From the 1 bedroom to the 2 bedrooms, they're all the units are very nice. And then the rooftop view overlooking the rim.
It's awesome. It's beautiful.
And you can see the water tower from here, and there are lights on the water tower, and they're beautiful at night.
Tell me about the view that where you were saying how you could see Ben Lomond Mountain.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
if we could open these shades, you can go back and look, and that's Ben Lomond Mountain back there. The part that stretches closest to McMinnville, but then runs all the way out to Sparta and all the way out through Irving College and back out to Hillsboro. It's beautiful. We live in one of the most beautiful parts in town, and to have a place that has the best view of it, it's right here at the Southern Blue. And then again, the Barren Forks Brews downtown or downstairs. It's great food, great atmosphere. You're going to find things there that you're not going to find anyplace else here in Warren County. Thank you for tuning in to this edition of Community Insider.
And we look forward to seeing you inside of our community.
So y'all have been together for 20 years.
Oh yeah.
What does that feel like for you guys?
It's new every morning. I mean, I still chase my wife around the house if I can. I'm blessed. She's beautiful, and there's always something. There's always a season, something that we're into.
Yeah. There's always something to look forward to. Well, he says it's new every morning. I think it's been forever. But then at the same time, it seems like it hasn't been that long at all. So.
I guess maybe the first few years we didn't have children. We dated several years before we got married, and if I look back and could tell myself, hey, you need to start sooner, I would, because being married to Sarah and then having our children, and Sarah comes first. Even when our children were little and say something ugly to their mom, hey, she's my wife first, and so. We don't want our children. We love our children to death, but there is a pecking order, and it's God, and then our marriage, and then our children.